We just had an awesome town hall. Great witnesses, they all brought evidence for us to analyze. Got some good leads, but there's one key component missing, Renee. So we're gonna give her a call, check in, and let her know what she's missing out on.
Let's see if she's got cell service out there. There she is, hey, hey.
Hey, Matt, hey, Bubs.
Hey, Renee.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Not bad. It looks like you're out in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I cannot get away from this project, but I am absolutely dying to hear, what did you guys find out?
Well, we're finding some good stuff out here, some great witnesses. We've seen some great evidence so far.
We're pretty fired up about these witnesses. Each one of them is a rock-solid lead.
I've been in touch with a couple named Billy and Sheena from West Virginia for several months. They sent me a photo. It's not the Patterson film, but it's pretty good, you know, compared to the blob squatches we always see.
That was just one photograph that people shared with us at the town hall meeting. Even though there was like maybe 12, 15 people there, probably tops. Other people had other photographs of things like footprint casts in the ground. There's a video following a trail. There was a sound recording. Technology is the key, man. Technology is catching up to the Sasquatch.
Absolutely, Cliff. In the field work that I do and working with my colleagues, this technology leaps and bounds. I mean, it's amazing. But I'm so envious, the three of you together. I'm bummed. I want to be there. You can't get the band back together without the drummer.
Get out here, Ringo.
Yeah, hop on a plane.
I wish. You guys, please keep me updated. I'm dying to hear what you find out. All right, talk to you later, guys. Good to see you.
Talk to you later. I am on my way now to meet with Emily Strickland. She was the one at the town hall meeting who talked about seeing a Sasquatch on her property when she was out walking her dog. And then a few days later, she came back with her daughter to that spot and she found what looks to be a very legit-looking Sasquatch track. So I'm psyched to get out there and look around. Well, hello.
Hello.
You're way out in the country.
Indeed.
Wow, it's beautiful out here.
Well, thank you.
So, Emily, this must be your daughter.
Yes.
And what's your name?
Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Rachel. Thank you for coming out and meeting with me. So the incident happened down in there.
It did.
About a year ago.
Yes.
Could we go down and take a look and,
we sure can.
See what that looks like?
So after I fed my dogs, I decided if they were going to get their walk, we needed to go then because I didn't want it to get dark.
About what time of day would that be?
After I get home from work in the evening.
Okay. And so that day, were you doing the same thing or are you doing it different?
Well, I started out doing it the same way. The dogs and I got to almost where we are. And when we got to the bottom, their noses just started going crazy left and right. They were smelling everything. When all of a sudden I heard this caw-caw sound. And I looked up and I said, "What's that?"
So here's where you were standing.
Yes, right there straight ahead, there's the bush. It's the lighter colored bush.
Yeah.
Right in front of that is where the sighting was.
It was in front of that?
Yes.
Oh, so it was like out in the open?
Yes, it was out in the open.
Oh, so, okay, that's good. So with that exposed to the sky, you would have been able to see the color pretty well.
Yes, the eyes were what really got me. They were blue and they were piercing.
Okay, so it stood there, it stands, it was just looking at you, holding still.
Yes, and his arms were like that. I saw fur.
And there was so obviously a lot of fur hanging down.
There was fur, yes.
Okay.
And then after what seemed like a long time, which probably wasn't, it turned like this and it went in front of that bush.
Wow. Most people assume that Bigfoots are either black or dark brown in color, but witnesses report different colors of fur, just like with human hair or with bear fur. They'll also see gray furred ones, they'll see reddish furred ones, and sometimes even blondish light colored furred ones. So black and brown isn't the only colors. So after you saw it, were you kind of freaked out by it? Were you afraid to go outside?
Well, I didn't think I was, but then as I tried to come back to the area where I had the sighting, I would get so far and I got an uneasy feeling, kind of chills up my arms, and I just had to stop and turn around and go the other way.
Oh, you didn't want to go all the way down?
I wanted to. It took a few days, and then Rachel was with me, and perhaps that helped, so.
What I'd like to do is walk down there and get in the position where it was standing so I can look back at you
and I could see your eyes from there, and you could see mine, and we could maybe deduce something from that, like how big the thing was, and just the visibility of the eyes. But I'll tell you what, I've got these walkie-talkies. I'm gonna let you have one.
All right.
And that way we won't have to be hollering back and forth at each other in this holler.
Okay.
And I'll head down there.
Sure. To your right a little more. And stop to the left a little bit. And stop. That's where it was. It was right at the entrance.
So from this distance,
not only am I not able to see that your eyes are blue, but I'm not even able to tell whether you have eyes. That's how far away you are.
and it tells me that this thing must have been much bigger than a person.
It was definitely much taller than what you appear right there.
I'm gonna put my hand up and you tell me how much bigger this thing was than me. Tell me to stop if I go too high.
Up. Okay. Higher. Up a little more if it could.
That's as high as I can, but that's approaching 8 feet tall.
Which kind of explains
It's how you would have been able to see those eyes, because that's a much bigger critter than me. Tell you what, why don't you come on down so Rachel could show me where she found the track?
Okay.
That had to be a pretty big one that Emily saw for her to see all that detail and the eyes. I mean, the head had to be like that big. And I'm wondering why one that big would be out in the open in daylight. And I'm hoping that Rachel will help us to figure out why one would be out in the open.